If you don't want your oil to congeal, make sure you don't place or keep the keg on the ground. Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ifuna Mojeku. In case you're just seeing my face for the first time, I'm a mother of beautiful triplets. Yes, you can see them here. Come. Yes guys, I'm a mother of beautiful triplets. For those who are just seeing my face for the first time, welcome to my channel, welcome to this vlog. Please do consider hit the subscribe button. Subscribe, and mind you guys, to subscribe is free. You don't need to pay any time. Just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified anytime I upload a new video. Thank you for stopping by to watch my video. I'm so grateful. So guys, in this video I'll be showing you guys how to preserve palm oil. The Igbo people call it manuni, Yoruba call it ekpo. I don't know what else some people call it. So guys, in this video I'll be showing you guys how to preserve palm oil. And this palm oil, maybe when you buy palm oil in a large quantity, so how to preserve it so it don't get spoiled or congealed before you finish using the palm oil. So guys, I bought 25 liters of palm oil. I bought it from the village. I don't usually buy oil in Lagos here, because most times the oil, when you buy the oil from Lagos here, it tends to have taste. When you cook soup with it will spoil the taste of the soup. So I buy my oil from the east, down from the east. So this 25 liter keg, I bought it at the rate of 18,000 naira as at the time. I bought it yesterday, and my brother-in-law brought it down to me yesterday evening. Let's preserve the oil together. Come. So guys, like I said, I got this oil yesterday evening, and I had to wait for it to settle in order to get the upper part of the oil. Had it been I poured the oil yesterday night, it wouldn't have settled the way it is now, because the oil was brought to me all the way from the east. You know, all the gallops on the way, and the oil wouldn't have settled the way it is now. So I had to wait for it till the next day before I start this method. Now you see how black the upper part of the oil is here, because it's really settled properly. It's settled very well. That's why it is like this. When we get to the bottom, you see the normal oil color. Do not be scared that the oil is black. That's how it usually look like. If you buy in large quantity like this and you allow it to settle properly, that is how the color will look like. So I will be storing them in these containers. I've stored the first one. I'll be storing all the oil in these containers and preserve them. Now, if the bottom of the oil is very thick or looks congealing, I will take some part of this oil, that's this upper part. I'll pour it into the oil and shake it very well, and it will dissolve the already congealed one. Now guys, remember in the beginning I did not shake the 25 liter. I did not shake the oil. I made sure I gently pour the upper part to get what I want. If you shake it, then it's of no use doing this process. So you have to allow the oil settle very well. Then you start pouring the upper part till you get to the bottom. So guys, if you have funnel, it will be easier and better. But here I don't have funnel, which I will buy very soon. But I like pouring it in a bowl like this in order to see the face of the oil very well before pouring it into these small kegs. So guys, we've gotten to the bottom of the oil. Now you can see the color is reddish. It's not like the first and the second keg we just poured, black in color. No, like it's now reddish. So now guys, the container I'm using to store my oil is finished, so I don't want to leave it in my 25-liter gallon because it has started congealing. Had it been I don't know this format of storing palm oil, it will affect all this oil, and it's too much to leave in a keg for a very long time because I'm not selling them, it's for personal use. So I need to find out a proper way of storing my palm oil. So as I don't have enough container now, I think I dashed some people this oil and they didn't return the containers, so I'll be using this Everwater can to store the remaining ones, and I'll show you what this palm oil has already started doing. That started congealing. Had it been I don't know this, and so I could take loose the whole 25-liter of palm oil. So let's continue. So if you watch properly, you will notice something. The bottom of the keg have started congealing barely 24 hours. Now imagine if I stored or keep this keg like that for a long time, this oil will spoil. Now this method is to avoid your oil from spoiling. If it start congealing from the under or from the bottom of the keg, it will start spoiling and smelling, which you would not like, and it will spoil the taste of your food or soup. So this method is very okay. Some people preserve it in their fridge or freezer, but I do this method, which is the best for me, and it lasts for a long time. So guys, you can see this oil has started congealing already. This oil was brought to me just yesterday night, and see what has happened. You see me forcing it out of the keg now because I don't want this to happen in the long run, so that's why I'm getting the upper oil. Had it been is like this, for those that find out that the oil is like this, if you have the first oil I pour out, you can turn it into this, the congealed oil. As long as it's still okay, it's still healthy, it's not bad, you can turn it, you can turn some into it and shake it. In that way you can get your oil easily. It will not be congealed again. Now this my oil, this is the first one, the second and the third. Then this fourth one. This is the fourth one. You see these oils, I'll store them, I'll keep them up. And mind you, from the professionals, those that store and sell palm oil, they said if you don't want your oil to congeal, make sure you don't place or keep the keg on the ground. You get a plank or a wood, you place or you keep the oil or the keg on the wood. Don't keep it on the floor. It will congeal the oil. Even if you keep the oil on the wood or plank, do not let the oil touch the wall. So these ones, I will keep them, I will not use them soon. I will start with this one. I'll start with this one, followed by this one, which is the the last ones, that's when the oil is already has started congealing. That's bottom of the keg. Those are the ones I will start with. But the first, second, and the third one, that's the upper part of the oil. Not the one I will use last. Do you understand? Then in any way, if these ones have started congealing, or if they start congealing, I'll get the upper part of the oil and pour some, then shake it, and that way I'll be able to use the oil. This oil, I can use it for like 3, 4, 5 months. Now, I don't like buying my oil here in Lagos because it's very hard to get real oil. Most times, if you get oil or if you buy oil from the market, they tend to spoil the taste of your soup. Do you understand? So what I do is I buy my oil from the east, down my husband's place from Anambra State. So the Webi it's down to me. But this one, I sent the money and my brother-in-law brought it down to me yesterday evening. So that is how I get my oil. I don't buy my oil here in Lagos. I buy them from the east. There are some other ways you can melt your oil when it's congealed. Some place them under the sun, while some place them close to a heated fire or close to their gas. But I don't really advise that. But if you're doing that method, make sure you are around, or maybe you're shaking it like while it's on the gas, like not really placing it on the gas. Can keep it far away from the gas just to melt the oil. But don't just keep your keg close to your gas stove or whatever you're using to cook and go do another thing. Please don't do that. Make sure you are around, and once you do it and it has melted, you take it out of the gas, used it. But this is some people keep it under the sun, like I said. When it's melt, they bring it out. But know that once it's cold again, that oil will still congeal. So this is the best process of getting, especially those who are buying in a large quantity like myself. So guys, I'm keeping the oil on top of my kitchen cabinets, preserving it for till when I would use them. But the one I'll be using immediately, I'll keep it down. But now I'm keeping this one on top of my kitchen cabinets, on top, and I'm making sure it's not touching the wall, according to professionals. So these are the oil. See the color? Yes, you see the color, followed by this one. Then after this, I'll start with the ones I showed you on my kitchen cabinets. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today in processing or preserving my palm oil. And I hope you learned something. I hope you learned how to preserve your palm oil in order not to waste money. I'm so happy to have you guys. I'm so happy watching my vlog. So always stick around, and please do not forget to hit the subscribe button in supporting my channel. Thank you so much. Bye.